The job description of vendor management encompasses the oversight and coordination of third-party suppliers or service providers to ensure that an organization receives high-quality goods and services on time, within budget, and in alignment with strategic goals. Professionals working in vendor management, often known as vendor managers, supplier relationship managers, or procurement specialists, act as the bridge between an organization and its external partners, ensuring that contractual obligations are met and long-term partnerships are maintained effectively. Vendor management plays a critical role across various industries including manufacturing, retail, IT, healthcare, finance, and government services. Organizations rely heavily on vendors for raw materials, software, logistics, maintenance, and specialized services. The vendor management team ensures that these external contributions are reliable, cost-effective, and aligned with internal expectations. This role combines elements of negotiation, contract administration, performance evaluation, and relationship building. The person responsible for vendor management must balance quality and cost while mitigating risks and ensuring compliance with regulatory and company standards. As organizations expand their reliance on outsourcing and global supply chains, the demand for strong vendor management continues to grow. Primary responsibilities of vendor management. The most fundamental responsibility of vendor management is to select and onboard qualified vendors. This includes researching potential suppliers, issuing requests for proposals, RFPs, or requests for quotations, RFQs, evaluating bids, and conducting due diligence. Vendor managers work closely with procurement and legal teams to ensure that selected partners align with organizational needs and values. Once vendors are chosen, contract negotiation and execution follow. Vendor managers help define terms of service, pricing, service level agreements, SLAs, delivery schedules, and compliance requirements. They ensure that contracts are fair, legally sound, and beneficial for both parties. Another critical task is performance monitoring. Vendor managers track key performance indicators, KPIs, such as delivery times, product quality, issue resolution, and adherence to service level expectations. Regular reviews and performance audits help identify underperforming vendors or areas requiring improvement. Vendor management professionals are also responsible for maintaining healthy and strategic relationships. They serve as the primary point of contact for vendor queries, disputes, or escalations. By fostering open communication and collaboration, they help vendors meet expectations and resolve issues before they escalate into serious problems. Cost control is a vital aspect of the role. Vendor managers analyze pricing models, negotiate favorable rates, and evaluate spending patterns to ensure cost efficiency. They may recommend alternative vendors or renegotiate terms to adapt to budget changes or evolving business needs. Risk management is another key responsibility. Vendor managers must assess potential vulnerabilities in the supply chain, such as financial instability, legal non-compliance, or ethical concerns. By evaluating risk exposure and implementing mitigation strategies, they protect the organization from operational or reputational harm. Compliance is especially important in industries like healthcare, finance, and government. Vendor managers must ensure that suppliers adhere to industry standards, data protection regulations, and internal codes of conduct. They may also lead vendor audits and report findings to executive leadership. Midway through the list of responsibilities, it becomes clear that the job description of vendor management is not just about overseeing purchases. It involves ensuring accountability, strengthening partnerships, and aligning external resources with long-term business strategy. Essential skills and qualities for the role. Strong negotiation skills are central to vendor management. Whether securing better pricing, improving delivery timelines, or renegotiating contract terms, vendor managers must be persuasive, clear, and fair in discussions. Communication skills are equally vital. Vendor managers must explain expectations, address performance concerns, and build rapport with internal stakeholders and external partners. Effective communication prevents misunderstandings and fosters a collaborative work environment. Analytical thinking supports vendor evaluation, cost analysis, and risk assessment. Vendor managers often work with data to measure supplier performance, compare pricing models, and identify trends that affect procurement decisions. Problem-solving skills are critical in resolving disputes, overcoming supply delays, or addressing vendor non-compliance. The ability to remain calm under pressure and develop practical solutions enhances the reliability of the vendor network. Project management capabilities help vendor managers juggle multiple tasks and deadlines. Coordinating contracts, managing deliverables, scheduling reviews, and implementing corrective actions all require organization and time management. Technological proficiency is becoming increasingly important. Vendor managers use procurement software, contract lifecycle management systems, enterprise resource planning, ERP, platforms, and spreadsheets to track performance and manage documentation. Attention to detail ensures that contracts, invoices, performance reports, and compliance documents are accurate and complete. Mistakes in any of these areas can lead to legal issues, financial losses, or operational disruptions. A strategic mindset enables vendor managers to align supplier relationships with broader organizational goals. Whether supporting a digital transformation, cost reduction initiative, or sustainability objective, vendor managers must think beyond immediate transactions and consider long-term value. Work environment and challenges. Vendor management professionals typically work in corporate offices, though remote work is increasingly common in digital procurement environments. They may also travel to vendor locations, attend industry events, or participate in supplier audits, depending on the nature of the contracts and vendors involved. One common challenge is managing multiple vendors across different categories, time zones, or countries. Coordinating global supply chains requires careful planning, cultural sensitivity, and awareness of international regulations and currency fluctuations. Another challenge lies in dealing with inconsistent vendor performance. While most vendors strive to meet expectations, delays, quality issues, or service disruptions are inevitable. Vendor managers must be proactive in addressing issues and enforcing contract terms without damaging the relationship. Budget constraints also affect vendor management. Vendor managers must find ways to reduce costs while maintaining quality. Balancing cost control with value delivery requires continuous negotiation and performance review. Despite these challenges, the role is rewarding for professionals who enjoy managing relationships, driving efficiency, and influencing organizational outcomes. Vendor managers contribute directly to operational excellence, customer satisfaction, and financial performance. Educational requirements and career path. Most vendor management roles require a bachelor's degree in business administration, supply chain management, procurement, logistics, or a related field. A strong foundation in finance, operations, or legal studies is also beneficial, especially when dealing with complex contracts. Certifications such as Certified Professional in Supply Management, CPSM, Certified Purchasing Professional, CPP, or Certified Supply Chain Professional, CSCP, can enhance career prospects and demonstrate a commitment to professional development. Experience in procurement, contract management, logistics, or operations is often required for mid to senior level vendor management positions. With experience, professionals can advance to roles such as procurement manager, supply chain director, vendor risk analyst, or head of strategic sourcing. Conclusion. The job description of vendor management reveals a multidimensional role that blends relationship building with data analysis, negotiation, and compliance oversight. These professionals ensure that organizations receive the right products and services at the right time and cost, while also managing risk and maximizing supplier performance. For individuals who are strategic thinkers, strong communicators, and skilled at managing complexity, a career in vendor management offers both challenge and impact. As businesses continue to rely on external partnerships, the role of vendor management becomes increasingly vital to organizational success and long-term growth.